Hey, Libra, intuitive soul coach here with your January 2023 career reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. Today we'll dive into the collective energy of Libra and take a look at all things related to career, finances, money, abundance, and wealth. So just a friendly reminder, Libra, these are general readings. Please do take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or even entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. All right, so Libra, what we have here in the recent past is the Moon card. Now, when the Moon card does show up, this is about possibly fleeting funds, maybe even spending more than you make. For others of you, this is about unknown sources of income, being divinely guided to flow in a new direction. You may have a career that is an odd job. You may work the night shift, part-time. You may be picking up on little bits and pieces here and there. Some of you are entrepreneurs or business owners where you're able to create your own schedule, and things in the recent months may have been a little bit slower for you. This is also about moonlighting as well. So for some of you, I am sensing that October, November, December, you may have overspent, or you may be just looking at where your finances are going. What are you spending money towards? Is it an absolute need? Is it necessary? Where can you cut back? Where can you contribute more to? So I do sense that you're taking a good hard look at your finances, or you have in the recent past, Libra, in order to set up your 2023 with abundance, with more prosperity, with more income flow, and also knowing exactly where your money is going. Now, Libra, what we have in the present energy here, so the month of January looks really wonderful. It looks like you are starting to get back on track, starting to get your ducks in a row, sort of speaking here. This is about money coming in, wealth, good investments. You may have a career in sales, finance. You may be getting a raise, catching a lucky break, or some of you are just creating more or generating more income than you have in the recent months. And I feel that it's because of some step that you've taken here in the recent past, because the Moon card can be about the unknown. How will I pay for this bill? How will I generate new income? When will this happen for me? When will I be able to get that job or career path that I really want? Or when will my business grow? So I do feel that you have either set up a vision for yourself, for your personal goals, for your financial goals. And I feel like you're sticking to some sort of a plan this year, Libra. I feel like a lot of you are going to really be making more money in 2023 than you have possibly in any year prior, or especially the last 5 years. So you're going to start to see that the shift takes place for you in January, but it's going to affect the rest of the year as well. Now, in the future, we do have the tower showing up. This isn't like the traditional tower. It certainly can be, but I feel like this tower is good. It's going to allow you to release any of the old to make way for new. This is about earning power, building a business, making sound decisions that are going to affect you in the long term, and as well as right now. This may be a career in the corporate world. Some of you may be leaving the corporate world in order to go off and do your own thing. For others of you, you are building power, you're building rapport, you're building a great solid foundation that will stand the test of time. This does talk about instability, and I feel like you're restructuring the way that you think about money, the way that you spend money, and the way that you save money. And in return, that's going to be very solid. When you look at this tower here, there's two platforms that have a strong, solid base. And yes, you will continue to climb up. And some of you, it's climbing up the corporate ladder as well. So let's dive into your reading here, Libra, and take a look at what your overall energy is for the month of January. What do we have here for January for Libra? We have the Hierophant. Beautiful energy showing up right away. Some of you are really in that mindset of, what do I believe? What is true for me? Possibly you're figuring out, Libra, that the way you think about money is no longer true or no longer helping you any longer. Some of you are reconfiguring your beliefs. You may be starting to believe that working smarter instead of harder is something that you can achieve. I know a lot of people that have a mindset, a deep belief ingrained from the way that they were raised and the way that their grandparents were brought up as well, that you should work really hard for your money, that you must work, 50, 60, 80-hour weeks. You must work from sun up till sundown. You have to put in a lot of work. And I'm not saying that you don't have to put in a lot of work here, but I feel that if you build a strong, solid foundation for yourself now, Libra, I feel that when the time comes where you want to start enjoying some of that wealth or enjoying some of the time to travel or be with family, I feel like you'll have more than enough. So when this Hierophant shows up, you're being divinely guided to learn new ways of doing, new ways of being. Some of you may be going back to school in 2023. You may be taking a new class, a new course, a new workshop. For others of you, this is a higher level of learning or an institution here. I do sense that you may be also questioning everything you've ever believed about, again, the way that you work, the way that you earn money. And some of you are taking a new path. You're doing something that you're forging the way for people to follow in your footsteps here. So I really love this energy because I feel like a little bit of rebellion here, Libra, where rebellion is good. It can be good. You're pushing up against what has always been known and you're forging a new path, and this new path is going to bring you a lot of success and a lot of abundance. So let's clarify what this Hierophant means for you. What does this mean here for Libra, please? Some of you have some additional training, I just heard. Perhaps you're getting a real estate license or getting your cosmetology license, something of that nature, but it may be just a short level of learning versus going back to a university or something of that nature. But you're going to get the ball rolling, Libra. Things are happening quickly. You have two major arcanas, two of the very, very important ones here, the Chariot and the Hierophant. So this is about triumphant success. If you commit to your career path, you will be highly successful, because the Hierophant can be a card of commitment, spiritual insight. A lot of you as well may be heading towards a new spiritual direction, whether this is, you being maybe a holistic practitioner, you may be into Reiki, you may be into spirituality, metaphysics, opening up a channel that talks or teaches about the divine. For others of you, you may be light workers, even if it's not in the regular sense of being a healer or being a medium or a reader. I feel like you may be heading towards work that you are fully committed to because it's aligned with your beliefs. And whatever those beliefs are for you, you have a strong commitment to them. And some of you had to restructure your belief system. And I feel that it's going to pay off. You're realizing that you are a soul that chose to have these human experiences, but we have the gift of free will. So if you've already chosen the experience of poverty or lack, or you've already completed one cycle, one career that you wanted to experiment here on earth, you have free will to choose a new direction. And you're having this clear, innate understanding that anything is possible. And you're sticking to something here, and you will be quite successful, Libra. So very powerful right off the bat. Let's take a look and see what's crossing your energy in the month of January. Okay, you do want that one. Thank you, Spirit. Try to hold on sometimes, but they want to come out. There it is, the Strength card. So another major arcana. Wow. January is going to be a really big month for you. The message that I'm getting here with the Strength is, don't be afraid to be vulnerable. Don't be afraid, Libra, to put yourself out there. Some of you really are working through and pushing through insecurities and fears and rejection. I commend you. I pat you on the back, Libra, because that is not an easy thing to do. But please do know that you have so much light within you, so much power, so much strength and determination that you can do whatever it is that you set your mind to. Now, if you want to go back to school, and get a 4-year degree or a 6-year degree or even a certification and you are 58 years old, go for it, Libra. Who is anyone to tell you that you're too old or that you're not good enough or you can't do it, okay? This is about you really standing in your strength, and don't let other people's projections weaken you, okay? Don't let other people's opinions or other people's rejections or pointing fingers, anything of that nature, because what I'm seeing you doing is rising above all of that energy. You're rising above. Some of you are doing something quite significant that's really going to shift the generational cycle that you have been in. For example, you may be the first one in your family that's taken this higher road, if that makes sense. So it doesn't mean that you're better or worse than any of them. It just means you're completely forging your own path and going in a new direction that hasn't really been done in prior history for your family dynamics. Now, for others of you, it may take a lot of strength and a lot of courage to do what you're about to do, but you can do this. Whether you want to put out a book, whether you want to move across the country, perhaps some of you want to go live in a van and work from around the world, because the Chariot energy can certainly be about travel. It can be about road tripping. It can be about hospitality, Airbnb, travel, things of that nature. So whatever you want to do, if you want to set up a cupcake stand from, on wheels and travel around the world and sell cupcakes, then go for that. Don't let anyone tell you what you should and should not do. Of course, use your logical mind as well, but if it's something that you're passionate about, the universe will conspire to help you make this happen. So use your strengths. You have a lot of them, Libra. Let's take a look and clarify. Sometimes we tend to self-sabotage, Libra. We may be afraid of success. And that's something I ended up doing a lot of research on many years ago, and it's actually more common than we think. We think that a lot of people would fear or sabotage failure, right? We're scared of failure, but really it is quite the opposite. We don't realize that we are powerful beyond measure and that we have everything within us to go forward, but we may be afraid of when we get to the top, what are we going to do? Because with great power comes great responsibility, Libra. That's what I'm hearing for you. And you have the Chariot again. So with great power comes great responsibility. And a lot of you may fear that responsibility or may fear that power, but you will be able to navigate through it because you have set yourself up for that sort of success here in this lifetime, Libra. You have the Chariot again. Very powerful. Let's take a look at what's below you. What's in the deep, deep past for Libra? 7 of Pentacles, 7 of Earth. You have been working really, really hard. You've been sowing the seeds here, trying to build up your reputation, your career, your business. The 7 of Earth, 7 of Pentacles, is about assessing and evaluating. So in the deep, deep past, you've done a lot of life reflection. You've done a lot of thinking, Libra. You are an air sign. You tend to overthink at times, but you've come a long way. And I do sense that you finally have come to this realization, wow, you've done A, B, C, D. You've done all of these things that have contributed to not only your personal growth and development, but your professional growth and development. So when you truly look at all of your life's accomplishments, you tend to see it from that higher perspective and you say, wow, I have done more than I thought I could, or I've done more, I've achieved more successes than I thought possible. You will continue to keep going, Libra. You have the Chariot, and I feel like this isn't just a January reading, although I will be putting up yearly readings, probably at the beginning of January, end of December, depending on when you're watching this. But I feel that this is going to be the pattern for you to be consistent throughout 2023, and you're going to see very big changes. It wouldn't surprise me to see that 10 of Pentacles showing up for you now, sooner rather than later, because it's like you're getting a sweet taste of that bliss of what's to come. Now, 7 of Earth says, keep going because your hard work will pay off. You will get a return on that investment. And some of you, you have the coins coming in, so you're going to see some big achievements. I'm getting 6 of Wands energy. Some of you maybe gaining some fortune, some fame. For others of you, you're getting publicly recognized. You're getting noticed. That's that Six of Wands energy. Even though this is the Seven of Pentacles, this is about spirituality and inner awareness on the outside. So I do feel that in your physical world, you're being led. Okay, you're tuning into your higher self, Libra. Your higher self, remember, has access to your blueprint, to your gifts, your skills, your talents, the reasons why you wanted to come here on earth, what experiences you wanted to have. You're having that remembering, and your soul is guiding you to do those things that bring you happiness, bring you abundance. Okay, let's take a look and clarify the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles for Libra. The Two of Swords. So yeah, you can go back and forth. And that's what I was talking about earlier, where you may be going back and taking a look at all of your accomplishments, but you also are taking a look at what's worked for you in the past and what hasn't worked, how you've grown, how you've learned, how you've overcome certain challenges, and how you have maybe sat in situations longer than need be. So again, there is a back and forth energy that I do sense coming from this Seven of Pentacles. And some of you may even question, am I on the right path? Do I make a new direction? How can I follow my heart, but yet use my logical mind to bring in finances as well? So I am getting a little bit of back and forth, but I feel like you're on that fast track quickly. And I know there's, no such thing as get rich quick, although you can win the lottery, but your hard work will pay off. And I feel like you will get to that point of that Ten of Pentacles where you're able to work smarter, not harder. You're able to enjoy your success along the way. So it's something that, they always say that a lot of people work for a living, but we should not live to work, I believe is the saying. I'm not quite sure, but you get my drift. It's where so many people just work and work and work and work and work their whole lives away because they're saving for, for retirement, or saving for this, or saving for that. And it's saying here that if you commit to whatever it is that you want to do, it could bring a lot of success in for you, where you don't have to wait for a certain time to be successful. You don't have to wait until you retire to travel. You don't have to wait. And I'm getting here a little bit of back and forth because you need to stay logical to pay the bills, to put food on the table, do what you need to do. But at the same time, you have this soul calling pull in a new direction. Let's take a look, Libra, and see what's going on in your recent past. What's happening for Libra, please? Recent past. Six of Earth. Yes, so Six of Earth. So there is this energy of taking the steps upward here. Now, Six of Earth is Six of Pentacles. This is about reciprocity, equal give and take. It is about you heading towards a path that you are fairly recompensed for your hard work. So some of you may have spent a lot of time researching, learning, higher education in order for you to be fairly recompensed for your hard work. For others of you, you may have started a business from scratch, as we all do, right? Start a business, if that is the path you choose, in order for you to grow into a successful entrepreneur or a business owner. For others of you, you may be working in the corporate world and working your way up that ladder. I am getting a lot of you are leaders. A lot of you are very courageous, very brave Librans who want to forge the path and be rebellious and go against the traditions of how one must earn and make money. You're going for your own dreams now, Libra. You are not helping someone else achieve theirs. I feel like you are achieving yours. And that doesn't mean that you have to become a business owner. It just means that you're taking the necessary steps in your career for you to be a boss. And I'm getting here that you will, if you haven't been already, recompense for your work. It's something that's coming in quite strong here for you. Now, there's a gift from the universe. I feel that a lot of you are using your gifts to help others as well. Now, also in the recent past, you may have been gifted some sort of aid, financial aid. There could have been a loan, a grant, a scholarship, or a free mastermind, a class, a workshop, or you've just been indulging in self-help books or maybe YouTube videos to learn more. And I feel that for you, Libra, knowledge is power. The more you know, the better off you are. There's an old saying, ignorance is bliss. It really is not bliss. The more that you know, the more you'll be able to create a life of abundance for yourself. The more you know how to do that and take the steps to achieve that, the better off you will be. So let's take a look and see what is coming in above you. What do we have here for Libra, January 2023? We do have the devil, temptation. So I feel here for a lot of you, you may be tempted to head in a direction where it could be quick, get rich quick. It could be something that you think is going to move in a certain direction, but you may be surprised because you may have to put in that work, at least in the beginning, for sure. For others of you, I feel that it's being you tempted to stay in a position that maybe you don't necessarily love, but you need to stay in, whether it's due to insurance or due to, health benefits. It could be that you like the people that you work with, or maybe the pay is good. I'm getting here golden handcuffs as well. And if you are familiar with golden handcuffs, it's the handcuffs that we stay in because there is fortune next to it here. But please know that if you are wanting to expand your horizons, if you are wanting to break free from whatever is tempting you or holding you back, then you have every opportunity to do that. And that's why the devil is here. It's not to scare you, saying that that the devil energy is coming in and everything's going to fail. Absolutely not. The reason the devil is here, and I like that it's coming in because it's something that you can be aware of so you can break free from, Libra. It could be limiting patterns. It could be limiting beliefs. It could be negativity, toxic situations, environments. So whatever is not aligned with the direction that you really want to go, I feel like it's important for you to break free and recalibrate in a way all of your beliefs that you've had here. Now, some of you have already reprogrammed them, and you may be thinking that yes, you will be successful, and absolutely you will be, and you're putting in the work to do so. But I feel that there may be something that deters you, something that distracts you. Now, we have the Chariot energy coming in here, but also the Strength. So don't be distracted by shiny things, Libra. Squirrel energy, or, we have so many things that we want to bring down to earth here and manifest, but sometimes, especially air signs, can get a little bit sidestepped or distracted or indecisive. Spirit is saying here, don't get sidetracked here. Set up a good routine. Set up good, healthy boundaries. Time management, I'm hearing as well, because sometimes this could even be getting distracted by social media. This could be getting distracted, doing whatever it is that we tend to do in our off time that may not be very beneficial to our growth, to our business. But I am feeling here that if you set yourself up for success, which you already have been looking at, I feel like you won't be tempted to veer off. This can also be what we were talking about in the very beginning, maybe overspending or spending more than you make, or being able to kind of live within your means at this time. So this is also about setting healthy financial boundaries. That's what I'm getting here for you, Libra. So I do sense that there will be a time, if it hasn't happened already, that you will be able to spend frivolously as you want. But it's important for you now to save up for what it is that you want for the future, whether it's a home, whether it is a business, whether it's a vehicle, whether it's travel, whatever it is for you. So you may be tempted to buy coffees every morning or go out to eat more or things of that nature. But Spirit is saying here, if you truly want to bring in this wealth, then don't tempt yourself by the external shiny things. And that's what I feel that's saying here. So it's not necessarily, a bad thing when you're aware of it and you have free will to choose. You certainly can say yes to those temptations, and I won't judge. But if you are looking to save up for something that you want, or if you're really looking to build up a business, climb that career path, use that Chariot energy to move forward without distractions. So let's take a look and clarify the devil, please. What do we have here for Libra? Oh my goodness, you can't make this up. Libra, Chariot energy again. I'm just going to stick this sucker in the middle of the deck. That's come out 3 times for you. And as I just said, use that Chariot energy to push through distractions. I feel like you will. Okay, so that's Spirit clarifying, saying stay on track, be consistent, because consistency will pay off. There's something that I said a lot in 2022. It's because Spirit kept bringing it to my attention that actions speak louder than words, but what blows both of them out of the ballpark is consistency. So yes, we can take an action, right? We can say we're going to do something. We can say we're going to save more money. That's a talk, right? And then we actually, that Monday, we decide to save money by making or brewing our own coffee or tea at home, right? And then the next day, we decide to stop and get a coffee. That would be temptation. So yes, that is an action, but you must stay consistent with those actions. And that's what I feel the message is for you. Let's take a look at the near future, Libra. What is coming in for you in the near future? What do we have for Libra? 4 of Cups, new opportunities, ones that you felt maybe have missed you or crossed your path in the past. I feel like if there was any sort of rejection, rejection is God's protection to actually point you on a new trajectory here. When this 4 of Cups shows up, some of you may be feeling like you are ready for these new opportunities of abundance. You may be at times getting a little bit impatient, wanting to jump the gun. You want things to happen sooner rather than later. Who doesn't, right? We are living in this earthly realm, which is full of impulsivities and full of, quick fix, and we want things now, right? And this is about, your hard work paying off. You have that within your energy here, 6 of Pentacles. So this is reminding you, stay patient, stay optimistic, stay grateful, because there are plenty of opportunities that are continuing to show up for you. Stay consistent in your efforts, Libra. When this 4 of Cups shows up, I feel like it's important for you to reach out, for you to connect with other like-minded individuals. It's important for you to network. I am sensing here that there will be more opportunities, especially towards the second half of January for you. Some of you may be taking a little bit of a vacation or a break or travel, whether it's for business or pleasure. Let's take a look and clarify the 4 of Cups. And if some of you went through a little bit of a dry spell, not feeling as inspired as you would like, I feel like that's going to switch, especially towards the end of the month and into February. You have a lot of brilliant ideas. There it is again. It's like the cards we keep talking about keep showing up. Spirit's always 2 steps ahead, and it may be the case for you as well. So the 7 of Pentacles is saying, don't be impatient, Libra. Don't feel frustrated or even bored. Use this time to really implement those new ideas, those goals. Take a step. In that step doesn't mean that it has to be action oriented. We tend to think that we need to be on go, 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 and that can tend to put us in autopilot. But sometimes moving forward is all about resting and reevaluating what's working and what's not, how to implement new ideas into your strategies, how to just sit back here and take a good look at what you need to in order for you to feel refreshed and revitalized to continue moving forward. You're still moving forward in that moment of silence or in that time of reflection, but a lot of you have a difficult time allowing yourself that reflection because you may have, again, that mentality or that belief that you have to constantly be go, go, go. Spirit is saying here that allow yourself to, in a sense, be bored. Although I don't use that word. I don't love the word bored. I don't even know, that doesn't exist for me because I feel like I'm doing something to, even in my moments of boredom, whether it is, relaxing, meditating, or laying in a hot tub, anything of that nature, it is still action. And we need that rest and rejuvenation in order to feel balanced. It's very important as a Libra. I'm a Libra as well. So the Seven of Pentacles is saying here, allow yourself some downtime if it comes up for you, because you will have plenty of opportunities to tackle. And you've already put in a lot of work, Libra. I am sensing that you will continue to move forward, and take a look at that. That fruit is ready. You're coming really close to harvest. You're coming really hard. So take a look at it. In the traditional tarot, the Rider's Waite, there's a farmer looking out at his crop, but he's looking out and he's planted the seeds, he's sowed, he's farmed, he's done what he's needed to do to plant, but all he can do is kind of wait for that next step, wait for the weather to bring sunshine and to bring water and for things to start to culminate and grow. So I feel like you've done a lot here. So allow yourself that rest period for something to grow. So let's take a look at how you're feeling. How are you feeling? This is all about your energy here, Libra. What are you thinking? What are you doing? How are you? How are you? Okay, let's just get one card, please, for Libra. All right, we're just going to take the one that flipped here. There's the Six of Wands. Okay, beautiful. So we do have the Six of Wands showing up. That's the energy that I mentioned earlier about achievements, celebration, success. So this is about you just sitting back for a moment and enjoying your hard work, the fruits of your labor. Okay, and that's why I see the money coming in here. Some of you, you are getting a raise. Enjoy it. Celebrate. Take some time off. Schedule a vacation if you are lucky enough to do that. Invest in yourself. Libra, invest in maybe a spa day if that's your thing, or invest in taking some downtime, get out in nature, or buy yourself something nice, treat yourself to something nice. This is about public recognition as well. It is about your reputation really glowing up here. So I do feel that a lot of you, if you're looking for acknowledgement, if you're looking to really grow your business, if you're looking to expand, if you're looking to maybe get a raise or a high level of achievement, a milestone, fame, this is all happening for you, Libra, because it's something you are manifesting. And that Six of Wands is about, again, victory and success. There was a time in the past I feel here that maybe you felt like you failed yourself, or maybe you felt like you've been overlooked or shamed or even humiliated for the path that you wanted to go. Not anymore. This is about you standing strong, standing proud. Why and how? Because you're vulnerable. You are allowing yourself to be vulnerable. And in that vulnerability is where you find your power. And that's when you can really roar. When you take a look at this Strength card, Libra, the lion is already roaring. So not only, and that's kind of that rebellion energy that I feel coming in here. Now, some of you, this devil energy can be a little bit of rebellion as well. And it could be about you pushing through those fears and reclaiming your power. So I'm not necessarily feeling a negative energy coming from this devil energy. I mean, some of you, you certainly could be in a toxic situation, but I feel more so it's about you breaking free from traditions, breaking free from anything that holds you back, Libra, liberating yourself in a very big way. Let's take a look and clarify the Six of Wands. What do we have here for Libra? Six of Wands. Justice, there you are. This is the card of balance. It's the card of fairness, truth, equality, breaking free. And you're realizing and you understand that there is importance in duality, because we live in this 3D earth, which is all about duality, right and wrong, left and right, light and dark, good and bad, right? We constantly are facing the duality in life. And especially you being a Libra, you are well aware of the need for neutrality, the need for balance, and you're able to see things from a higher perspective where you're able to bring in that balance a lot quicker than most, Libra, especially when you are aligned with your soul's purpose, especially when you are creating balance for not just your own world, but you help others possibly create that for themselves. Now, some of you, you could also be dealing with legalities. You may be working in the court system. You may be a lawyer. You could be a judge. The justice energy brings justice and truth and balance to the lives of others. So I feel also that if things have been unfair for you in the past, I feel like there is a sense of, I won. type of energy. I won. But it doesn't mean that you're going to stop fighting for what it is that you want. I just feel like you're finally getting to the point where those scales are tipping in your favor, Libra, and it will bring you great success. It will definitely bring you great success. This is you. This is your power. I love this. Let's take a look at the environment. What's going on around you? What's going on around Libra, January 2023? What is in your environment, Libra? Thank you. Oh, I love this. Okay, we're going to take a look. Oh, you have 2 cards here. We'll save this one for the hopes and fears. Okay, they're telling me that you're manifesting based on your hopes and fears. And this makes sense because what's showing up in your energy is the King of Earth. This is the King of Pentacles. So big boss energy. And we mentioned this earlier as well, that King of Earth is that working smarter, not harder. Okay, that's that 10 of Pentacles. He's achieved 10 of Pentacles status. King of Pentacles is someone who builds their empire, builds their success. So whether you are a business owner, you work for someone else, you're willing to put in the work because you know that it's going to pay off in big ways. You know that you'll be able to have your cake and eat it too if you stay consistent in your efforts. You know here that you have what it takes to climb to the top and build that life of abundance for yourself. Now, for others of you, this could be a boss coming in to give you a raise, Libra. It could be someone coming in saying, Libra, you're really good. We went over your resume. We liked what you had to offer during the interviews, and we would like you to come work for us. So I'm feeling some big boss vibes coming in for you in January, and that's what this coin is all about. This is the King of Coins, King of Pentacles, King of Earth. So you definitely have some money coming in, or others. And for others, you are investing in your business, investing in yourself, and you are getting rid of any distractions, but you're being rebellious in a sense. So there is a balance. There is an energy here of being able to do what you need to do to kind of veer your own path, but you will succeed doing so, Libra, because like they always say, fortune favors the brave. And you certainly are brave. Even though at times it feels like a challenge, you have this strength energy showing up for you. Now, in the hopes and fears, which you are manifesting at this time, I'm surprised we haven't seen the Magician yet, but the Ace of Fire is the Ace of Wands. And this is about you chasing your dreams. This is about you going all in, really achieving that sense of success, accomplishment, reinventing yourself from the inside out, where you feel like you have a sense of purpose here on earth. I certainly hope you already feel this within your blood, within your veins, within your soul, Libra, that you make the world a better place. Okay, you have purpose here on earth, and you've chose to have these human experiences. And I feel that this next chapter of your life, you're choosing to really live a life of passion, desire, inspiration, creativity, and you are veering in this new direction that's going to bring you a lot of happiness. The fear, which I'm not even sensing a fear coming in here with your surrounding cards. I mean, 6 of Wands, King of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. You can't make this up. I mean, you have the best cards. Again, this temptation, I almost have to chuckle at it, Libra, because sometimes this can be, yep, I'm going to be rebellious. I'm going to go get that coffee and that donut. What harm is it going to do? So yes, there may be a little bit that you are indulging, but I feel like you'll be able to bring it back in and balance what you need to. Okay, so it doesn't mean be so darn strict that you're cutting yourself off from anything good. It's saying here, just bring in that balance. And the Ace of Wands in reverse, if this was a fear, would be a lack of motivation, lack of energy, feeling burnt out, feeling creative blocks, feeling like you do not have what it takes to succeed. And that is the exact opposite of what you have, because you have everything you need within you, Libra, to succeed, to move forward, and to chase those dreams. Not only chase them, but to catch them, bring them down to reality, manifest them, and live a life of abundance. So really powerful. Let's take a look and clarify the King of Earth. You have the World. You have the World showing up here. And at the bottom of the deck, King of Swords, there's your energy in the masculine, but this is the feminine version as well. So we have here the World. You're wrapping up a cycle, and some of you are heading into this new chapter, new phase, new job, new beginning. Some of you are reaching people on a global level, which is quite exciting. For others of you, you may be traveling or relocating. There could be a move, but I'm sensing victory. there's a sense of completion, a sense of wholeness, a sense of, I keep hearing, I did it, I did it. So Libra, whatever this is for you, maybe you signed up for a workshop and it's exciting and you're saying, I did it. For others of you, maybe you're going back to school. There could be a new job that you've received an offer on. This could be a business hitting a major milestone. I'm just getting here that you have that spark that really lights up in the month of January. And you're saying to yourself, wow, I've done it. I did it. I've come this far and I will continue to grow and thrive. I also see here that someone may recognize you or recognize your gifts or your skills or your talents. And they may say, Libra, we want to sponsor you. We want to work with you. We want you to be a part of our group, our company, our energy. And I feel that you're going to be surprised, but at the same time, it's going to give you that boost that sometimes we need. We need that little boost. Even though you have everything you need within you, it's good to get recognized and for you to believe that you are putting out good work. That's what I feel here happening for you. You're going to take something all the way. This is the card of consistency, following through. It is the card of completions. So I do sense that a lot of you are completing a level or a cycle in your career, in your finances, and I feel like it's going to bring you a lot of happiness. This is really powerful. Let's take a look at the Ace of Fire in your hopes and fears. Ace of Wands. What do we have for Ace of Wands in your hopes and fears? All right, Libra, Ace of Wands. King of Cups, beautiful. King of Cups, this is about you chasing your dreams, your bliss, keeping that heart open. Now, some of you, well, a lot of you Librans are healers, okay? You may be doctors, nurses, psychiatrists, holistic practitioners, Reiki masters. You may be massage therapists, chiropractors. It can even be in the traditional sense where you teach, you help others understand their soul purpose. You may be a mentor, a guide, an inspirational leader. Also, this King of Cups, they have been through a lot themselves, right? That's why they're very empathic. They're able to tune in, but I feel that a lot of you have been through a lot of deep emotions. Some of you, a lot of emotional wounding that's allowed you to be able to see things from both perspectives and to help people overcome their own challenges. Okay, that's for a lot of you, not all of you, but a lot of you. And I feel that you will move mountains. I really do, Libra. I feel like you're on the path to success. And if you stay consistent and keep putting in that energy, you will move mountains. And even though this is a ship, again, more water energy. Some of you are moving near the water. You may be traveling near water, or you maybe visiting a retreat center. I'm kind of getting here with the Hierophant. Some of you may be traveling to a spiritual place, or you may be planning to book a trip in 2023 to someplace quite spiritual. I really love this. It could be one of the 7 wonders of the world. It could be an energy where they have high-level vortexes as well. So if you're thinking about this, contemplating this, or there's an area by water that's very healing, just do it. Go for it, Libra, if you are able to. Let's take a look at your final outcome. What is the final outcome for Libra? January 2023, please. What do we have for Libra? Oh, wow. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. You have 2 cards that came out. I feel like I probably don't even need to do a clarifying card, but I will. You have the High Priestess and the Hermit. So another 2 major arcana. So you have 1, 2, 3, 5 major arcanas in your reading. It's going to be a big, big month for you. The Hermit energy and the High Priestess says your soul is urging you to go off on your own path here. Your soul is urging you. Your higher self is bringing in this remembrance, right? Because what's happening, and if you've listened to the end of the year readings, they were so powerful. Spirit had a lot of very important messages to bring through. If you haven't watched that, I suggest you go back and watch the end of the year. It does give you insight into your 2023 as well. But a lot of us are raising consciousness on a collective level, and we have access more readily than in the past to our higher selves because we are lifting and raising frequencies. We're heading from that 3D energy to the 5D. And I feel that a lot of you have more access to your higher selves. Our higher selves have that blueprint and hold the gifts and the talents and the experiences that we have, like I mentioned before. And your soul is guiding you to do some deep soul searching, because you may benefit from taking that road less traveled. I feel like you're forging the path for the new, I don't want to say the new age, but this new era, or this new energy that's just starting to get tapped into, right? I feel like you're moving in this new direction, and it's a higher calling. You're being called to really use your light, especially if you are a light worker, Libra. You're being called to uplift humanity. You're being called to move in a new direction. And some of you are even at the words of power. At times you're shrinking back. And that's what I talked about earlier with the strength. Don't let your power scare you, Libra. Don't let that energy of with great power comes great responsibility hold you back, because you have what it takes to succeed and some. You have what it takes to build that life of abundance. But you may need to, again, forge your own path, go in a new direction. And it doesn't mean, again, that you have to become a business owner. It just means that you may be leaving a job that you've always been in, or it may be a certain line of work that you've always done and you're doing something differently, or you're switching the script. For some of you, maybe you've been nurses or doctors, but you want to go into the holistic side and teach about holistic healing. It could be that you've maybe you want to go back to school. Maybe you're a CNA that wants to go become, a brain surgeon. Whatever it is for you, this is about you doing what it is that you're being called to do. Listen to your intuition, because your intuition, Libra, is wow. It is on point. It is solid. Some of you are definitely spiritual readers as well. You may be thinking about starting a YouTube channel, or a lot of you maybe already have opened up your own channel. Thank you, Spirit. For others of you, you want to open up your own business, whether it's beautifying other people, helping inspire other people, or uplifting their energy through energy work here. Oh, I love this. Okay, so we have 4 of Pentacles showing up here. It's saying that you're going to open yourself up, because you may have hung on to a way of thinking. It could be beliefs. You may have hung on to a job that you've been in for quite some time, a pattern, a habit that wasn't serving you. Maybe you even held on to your own gifts in fear of being judged or criticized or stoned. Maybe you had a past life where you were a witch and beheaded, or maybe you were stoned because of something that you said or did in a past life. Or this could also be just the energy of holding back, because maybe you grew up where you would come from a certain background where you weren't accepted if you went in this direction. Whatever that may be, this is about you opening up. You have the strength within you, okay? Don't be tempted to stay locked up behind this gate, okay? Because that's not where you are meant to be. I mean, that's the comfort zone. In the comfort zone, we barely grow. We barely learn within the comfort zone. It feels comfortable. That's why we stay, right? That's the devil energy. But Spirit is saying here, if you want to achieve more in your life when it comes to your career, your finances, then we must break free from this bar, from this cage, from this fence. Because what's behind it, Libra? The 10 of Cups and the Ace of Wands. Okay, those are the 2 best cards, and you have the Ace of Wands here. So this is your hope, right? But it's also a fear. So don't let that fear, which is the 4 of Pentacles, hold you back from chasing those dreams that are going to lead to the 10 of Cups, which is emotional fulfillment. It is success. It's victory. It's happy family dynamics, taking vacations, being with the people that you love. It is about having your cake and eating it too. Your happily ever after, whatever that looks like for you, Libra. Very, very powerful reading here. Let's take a look and get a message from the wisdom of the Oracle. I will read to you the prosperity message from the guidebook. What do we have here for Libra, please? Libra. We have new life, Libra, new life. This is one of the best cards you can get. And this is all about your January that is going to flow into the rest of 2023. And I said this before, I think it was in your end of the year readings, but I feel that this year, I don't even want to say has the potential, because we will change that to it will be one of the best, if not the best year of your life thus far, Libra. This new life is about birthing new ideas. It's about growth, opportunities, a breath of fresh air. It's about life renewing itself. And the prosperity message is this: you have every reason to be optimistic right now as things seem to fall into place magically. New opportunities remind you that abundance is available to you now. Delight in the bounty that begins to appear in surprising forms. Stay curious and know that your hopes and dreams are being fulfilled. It's as if new life suddenly infuses your projects, work, and creative ideas with a kind of electricity that crackles with exciting potential. Fortune is smiling upon you. Oh, I love this message, Libra. This is wonderful. That is the overall energy for the entire reading here, but I feel that it is a big motivator. It is a big energy that's going to take place for you throughout the rest of 2023. It's also card 39. Some of you may be 39. You may have a birthday on the 3rd, the 9th, or even the 11th. Or 12th, excuse me. Let's take a look here. At this time, Libra, if you can, please just close your eyes. Take a deep breath in from that solar plexus chakra. We're going to get messages from your spirit animals. And tune into that third eye, the area between your eyebrows. And I want you to imagine the first animal, Libra, that shows up in your mind's eye. It can be more than one. Now, it could be an animal that flies high in the sky. It could be an animal that swims deep in the sea. It could be an animal that is wild, magical, mystical, or even domesticated. It could be an animal that's recently crossed your path in the great outdoors, or one that's visited through your dreams. And if you need a moment, Libra, just pause the video and come back when you are ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway, all you need to do, Libra, is drop your power animal or animals in the comment box below. And I personally will enter you into that free monthly reading giveaway where I draw one lucky winner around the 1st of each month. So please make sure you've hit that subscribe and bell button if you haven't already. All right, Libra, your animals. First one out, it doesn't surprise me. You have the lion. Remember, that is crossing your energy this month. You have more than enough to step into your power, to use your strengths. It says be generous of spirit here. So spirit is being generous with you. You are being generous. I feel like you are working with the universe to create your dream life, to create abundance. You are working on your own self. You're taking the steps, right? Things don't just magically appear or happen. They certainly can once we get that ball flowing. And I feel like you have, and I feel like your hard work will pay off here. But this is saying here and reminding you that you have everything you need to move forward with the life that you want. Very powerful here. All right, next we have Wombat Spirit. Be at home. This is about you connecting with your higher self, I feel. Now, some of you may be 68 as well, or have a birthday on the 6th or the 8th, Libra, but I feel like this is about you coming home to yourself, and it's about you aligning with your soul's journey. This is about you having an experience that you've chose to come here on into life and have. So this is about you having that sense of belonging, feeling like you are at home, or creating even heaven on earth. And lastly, we have Porcupine Spirit. And I just heard someone say, I had the porcupine. If that is you, absolutely, please drop that in the comments. But it's time for a beginner's mind. And it's always wonderful to have that beginner's mind, because then you stay inquisitive, you stay curious. And we talked about that in the past here, about you staying open to new ideas, for you staying open to networking, meeting new people, and continuing to grow and learn as you go, because you can still teach, you can still move forward, you can still chase your dreams and not know everything along the way. It's about learning as you go as well. Last but not least, Libra, we're going to get a message from the crystal spirits. We're going to see which crystal, gemstone, mineral, or fossil you can utilize in the month of January to help you towards your path of abundance. What do we have here for Libra? We have Apache Tear. Apache Tear. This is a form of obsidian, I believe, and it helps with grounding. It's also card 5. Now this is all about letting go of grief or letting go of the past, letting go of things that no longer serve you. It's recovering, releasing pain so old wounds heal. And your message is this. At times, the universe's answer to you is no, but only because the universe loves you unconditionally and wants you to experience the best of everything. The tears that flow will also water seeds of joy that you don't even know are planted in the fields of infinite possibility. Now is the time to allow yourself to, I feel here, go through all of your experiences, which you've kind of recently done with this moon card. And allow yourself to take a look at your failures, your losses, as if you were sweeping the doorstep and taking out the garbage so that you can make way for a new delivery. There's the new life energy showing up for you, Libra. The universe has so much planned for you, so release any emotions that might block you from moving into a state of receptivity. Abundance and prosperity will soon be available in your outer conditions. And that's what we see here. But like I said, there may be more movement towards the second half of January. But if you have cried here in the past, or if you have let your emotions at times get the best of you, or you've let your maybe even your anxiety, your fears, your worries come in and hinder you, I feel like you are taking out the trash, and you're starting to do that now. Depending on when you're watching this, it may be December, because I put these out early for you to prepare and take notes and come back upon. But this says here that it's time for you to release the old baggage in order for you to really show up for your life, show up for yourself. And you will, Libra. I mean, you have here all of the best cards. I hope this resonates with you, beautiful souls. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It certainly does help get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most. Thank you so much for being here, Libra. Lots of love and light.